Hey, how's it going, everybody? It is tournament day today, and let's look at defense options. So, I played around with this a little bit last night, just to think through it more. I guess it might not be fun to always sit and watch me there going, what do I think I should do? So, this way I can at least break it down a little bit quicker. So, my thoughts here are Bloody Battle, first of all. So, no healing. No green is allowed, so we want to go for a blue tank or a blue center in this situation. I wouldn't be opposed to going mono blue for defense if I felt I had enough good blue options. I don't want to do that if it means sacrificing a strong team. So the next thing I'm thinking is it's possible. I didn't want to go with any reds here because it's possible with the new edition of what is his name here? Nordry. With him, that people are going to be attacking with blue because they can just, if there's a blue center, they can do an elemental debuff on this. So I think we're going to see some mono blue or heavily stacked blues here because there's a lot of defense down heroes and elemental defense down, so that could be a good strategy to go with when the color is blocked. He's the only 3-star elemental debuffer, and I don't know that other colors in the 3-star category have defense down. I'm pretty sure they don't. So I think that's going to be pretty common. So I got Gato in here because he can block that, at least for the ones near him, which I think... So anyways, to finish that thought before I get sidetracked, I didn't want to put reds in here because if people are already probably going to be stacking blues, then red is just that much more susceptible. So I chose to go with Costume Gunner, who I still need to get his special max before this starts, because Bloody Battle is all about being as quick as you can. I think since there's no healing, the fight, if you can get a fast start, you're probably gonna be able to finish it. So in this case, as the tank, he should be able to go off at least once. He drops it for 6 turns, I think. 5 turns, that's huge. So if he's dropping regular defense down, Nordry is able to lower the elemental defense and then just slash attacks. And if I can get Gato to go off, that'll protect me, and they'll all be linked together, so he does some pretty high damage. So then in thinking of what colors to go on the wings, I didn't want to go both purple or both yellow, and I don't think I had any other good blues. Like, I guess Valen is a possibility. That might be a better choice than Balthazar. What's his defense down? -34 for 6. So he could be used without disrupting Gunner's thing too much. Ulmer is another possibility, but he's slow. I could put him as one of the flanks and put... Now, Gato's not as good on the wing. So I don't want to have a slow hero on the wing. Vodnik would actually be really good. If I had 2 maxed Vodniks, I'd probably put both of those in, or at least one if I had it. So my thinking outside that was they're already going to be hopefully pretty weakened, if I'm imagining this correctly. And then Balthazar has a strong snipe, so that'll be a good follow-up hit. And then I put Kvasir, however you pronounce that, in there because he's sort of like a healer in that he gives everyone a B minion at fast speed, so that'll help increase my survivability a little bit within the Bloody Battle tournament style. And if everyone, that just adds a lot of extra dot damage with the poison stuff. So I think slash attacks, if I can get the defense down, are going to be pretty strong. I've got 2 hard-hitting snipers, another hit 3, and then if I can get those B minions up that have the poison damage, unless someone attacks me with Kvasir, because one of the things that he does is blocks anyone that's stung by the bee. They're blocked from being able to. The target can't receive new minions for 4 turns. So if they can beat me to the punch on that, then he is going to be useless. I don't think tons of people have him. He's obviously not hard to get, but I think in terms of how many people play this game, there's just a number of people that don't really summon much at all. So that's something to keep in mind. So there's a lot of good choices that I could be using that I don't really have leveled. I definitely want to have some fast heroes on the wing. Bane is always a good choice, but I think Kvasir could be a really good choice just to add to their situation. You know, everyone has poison damage. They're taking hits from the bees every turn. I think this could be a pretty dangerous defense. So ultimately, I might try to go full mono on defense, since you're not disadvantaged the same way that you are when you go full mono on offense and you get a bad board. There's no bad boards on defense. So yeah, just gotta get his special maxed. Excuse me. So yeah, I think this is what I'm gonna go with. I chose to, in terms of the troops, put a defense troop on the bee guy and on gunner, just to try to keep them alive longer, and then these attack troops on everyone else. I've contemplated leveling up these 2-star troops, because the level that my regular 4-star troops are at, you can see down there, I like the max, the highest level ones that I have for 4 stars are like between 12 and 16, I think. So 1-star feeders are just a huge waste of food. So I have nothing to do with all these 1-star feeders. So I might start using the 1-stars to level up 2-star troops for these tournaments, or maybe even 3 stars, but the 2 stars will be a lot cheaper to do. So that could give me an advantage in these tournaments and use up a resource that I have no other need for. So yeah, I think this is what I'm going to stick with. I haven't watched anyone else's videos on what they were thinking. Sometimes it can be helpful to get a few points of view and then take the things that you liked from a number of different strategies and combine them in your own way. But this feels pretty good to me. The last few tournaments we've gone through, especially the 3 stars and even the 4-star tournament, I felt like it almost didn't matter what my defense was. I did shitty on defense. And when I looked at the leaderboard, there were people in the top 10 or top 25 at least that were using a very similar strategy to me and didn't even have that many emblems. So I don't know how I got an E, and they apparently didn't even lose once, so not something I'm gonna lose any sleep over. It's just a little weird to see that the same strategy can achieve such drastically different results. So I think with these, don't get hung up on that too much. Put your best foot forward and always be willing to take in new information on what is good. And I think considering other people's opinions is a helpful way to do that, by looking at other YouTubers. So yeah, I wish you guys luck in the tournament. If you're curious to see how this does, make sure you stay tuned as I post these attacks. I didn't post the last 4-star tournament just because it had been a really rough week, and by the end of the day when I was trying to do those recordings, I was pretty tired and irritable, so it didn't make for a very enjoyable video to watch. Just me being quiet and then being really frustrated with getting bad boards. So anyways, this one I will be recording for better or for worse, and we can see together how this performs. And again, if you have any suggestions for me, I'd be happy to read those in the comments. I'm always looking to try to improve my teams and my odds and all that kind of stuff. So thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like. If you want to see more, subscribe and hit the bell icon. I really appreciate everyone that has been commenting, liking, subscribing, all that kind of stuff, watching even. That's great. So thank you guys so much, and I will see you in the next video.